It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Browns and the Raiders on Monday Night Prime Time.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Cleveland Browns. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, you look at the Raiders in this matchup, they've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
Upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Here come the Browns on offense with Baker Mayfield, the former #1 overall pick at quarterback.
And he made both sides happy last week, didn't he?
3-3.
I mean, his guys, they caught 3 touchdown passes, but he threw 3 interceptions. Got to get off of that schneid and get back to just throwing touchdown passes and taking care of the ball better.
First carry for Nick Chubb. Bulldozes past him. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 16 carries, 62 yards.
I can remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Trucks over him. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
Yeah, and this is most definitely the guy you want running the football when you need the tough yards on third down. And he moves the chains and then some as he shakes off that first contact. And as they said in the 70s, he just keeps right on trucking.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. It's Nick Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So that drives 7 plays in length. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week. So keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
Off the option, here's Jacobs. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
That's our ball, baby.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he gets it up past the 35. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. He hit pay dirt so many times we almost lost track. Every time we turned around, he was in the end zone.
And those weren't all just 1-yard plunges either, partner. I mean, he ripped off a few long jaunts as well.
A give, it's Jacobs off the option. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Sheds off the tackle. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Hurts. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jerry Jeudy His third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive, 4 plays, and it winds up at 6 points for the Raiders. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Oh, Foster staying down after that last play. Let's hope he's okay. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield looks to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Let's go. To Austin Hooper. A gain of 12.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed on that route. He's often the Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Mayfield on first down. That's out to Chubb, complete. Touchdown! Nick Chubb with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Browns have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line. So gain some field position for your defense.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. He topped the 200-yard mark a week ago. You know they're going to have a lot of eyes and hopefully for them bodies on him here in this one.
You got to expect defensively, forget 8 men in the box. 9, 10,
11?
Hey, listen, they'll try to sneak you and me in there to try and slow him down, but I bet his offensive line mates are going to accept that challenge. They really like blocking for a guy who can turn up that kind of yardage.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Powers through him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. 2nd quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. Stiff-armed him. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big play there for the Raiders. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's brought down.
Boy, how about the strength there after the catch? I've got to get back in the gym myself now. I'm inspired. Boom, he shook off some tacklers. Bang, fighting to get to the goal line. Couldn't quite get there, but he's got his guys set up 1st and goal.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Jacobs. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. They'll run with Jacobs. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They go with Jacobs. And this time he is in. Josh Jacobs with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Carlson on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb, pushing his way through. 97 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Play fake, Mayfield. And the Raiders have got him. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
To try again after the sack, Mayfield. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Jalen Waddle deep to return it. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Raiders will take over now first and 10. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Throwing is Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And they run with Jacobs on first down, and he'll take this forward for about 5.
That's a really good game right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
From the 38, Hurts. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd
Absolutely.
make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. He'll look to throw. And able to it completed to Moreau. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise. In your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in a field goal range down at the 27-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, where you see the final score there. Tyler Boyd, well over 100 yards with 2 touchdown catches to boot. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Kadarius Toney, well over 100 yards with 2 touchdown catches to boot. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes getting the job done again as the win moves his guys to a terrific 9-2 on the year. On to a look at the next-gen stats for the Browns in that first half. And they were able to find some success running the football, which is something they'll need to continue to do in a close game like this one. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, we take a look there at the numbers for them running the football in that first half. Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. 66 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal Shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 42.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They run it with Jacobs. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's going to be out, down inside the 20 at the 15.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Carlson now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And he is going to have a Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
A give. This is Chubb. Despite the heavy running, he'll be hit and drop shy of the 45. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Keeps himself upright. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long. after the sack. Throwing, Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. That's Moore. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. The lead is theirs here in the 3rd quarter, but it's really been the ground game that's been the recipe for success.
You mean the spotlight isn't shining as brightly on the guy throwing it?
No, it's the man behind him that's had a heck of a game.
And that's really okay. That's actually what you're looking for. I mean, your pride tells you, hey, I want to be responsible, I want to throw a bunch of touchdown passes. But when you're able to run the football, typically speaking, your team's doing pretty well. And in this case, they're winning.
We'll see if they have balance on this drive. Hurts throw complete there to Smith. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So 2nd and 2 at the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs, and they'll get this just to the... 47, 1-yard gain.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Now here's a screen play left side. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. Jacobs now. 105 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Running is Jacobs. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Oh, the sneak. It's Hurts. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
We just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defensive front, create just enough space. And I love when those quarterbacks get low and slide in there and get it done.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Carlson able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw, Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. Mayfield's throw pulled in by Schwartz. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the
36-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
After reviewing the play, ruling on the field stays.
So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. The 40, 30, past the 20. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it. Putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Raiders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Carlson on for the PAT. I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. But they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Mayfield to throw. Connects with Duvernay.
Room here to run. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football. Here's Baker.
It's complete, but he will not get into the end zone. That one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. Pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. Jacobs. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's good for a gain of 7, but still a few inches short here with 4th down coming up. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Las Vegas, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers.